All right, guys. I had no idea that you guys can chat when I scheduled the live. I had no idea that you guys could be in here beforehand. That's cool. Sorry, I missed everybody saying hi. All right, let's see. Bud's here. Robin's here. Chris is here. Everybody can hear me good. Appreciate it, guys. This is still a work in progress, right? There's still some stuff I have to add. I'm going to add another layer here so that when I get the video camera set up, it'll be a wider shot and I can even stand up. Thanks, Bud. Thanks, everybody, for coming out. All right, so the list is due at 5 o'clock, and for whatever reason, I was thinking that we had to sign Bennett before the draft. I don't know why I got that in my head, but it just got in my head and it stuck there. It doesn't matter as long as we protect him. So we have to protect him either way. So I don't know why I got that in my head, and nobody corrected me until this morning. So the Bennett thing, whenever we sign him, is okay. Although I would rather not wait. Wes, the lists they're going to be sent to the NHL at 5 o'clock. Now, from what I've heard, at that point, then the NHL has to approve them. So I don't know if we can expect leaks to happen or if it's going to be tight-lipped until the NHL announces things at some point on Sunday. So, I figured no sense in waiting. Let's do the live stream today, and then tomorrow. And if we start finding stuff out, if we find out tonight, I'll do a video. But so with the Duclair thing, obviously now the list is a lot more clear, right? I'm seeing a lot of Hornquist. Let's see here. All right, let's get into what. Hey, John Carlos. Let's see what we got going here. For those of you who don't know, I actually got monetized yesterday. What's today? Today's Saturday. I got the email Thursday. I got the email application on Thursday. I filled it out, and they said it'd be about 30 days, and it was not even 24 hours, and I got the message that I was approved. So I'm stoked. All right, stepping on my nuts. Everybody's here. Robin, thanks for coming out. Chris, you just saw the Xavier Howard. Hey, man, look, I'm a Dolphin fan from day one. It's in the blood, right? It'll be 50 years August. And the thing with Xavier and Flores is that I said it in the very first video I made about X. They're not going to negotiate with him holding out. They're not going to do it. Flores is from New England. We've seen it with New England. If anybody even makes a little bit of noise, they just send them, and they don't care where they're going and they don't care what they get. So, the thing with X is that if he shows up, give him okay. If you show up to camp, renegotiate the deal. I'm fine with that. That happens. But if you're going to hold out when this team has been, we've been building towards this year, really, right? This is the first year that we could legit say we almost expect to make the playoffs. So if he's going to be selfish about things, I don't want that kind of player on my team. I know I will take a hit on the field, but all right. So this expansion list, I'm seeing a lot. Did you guys see on Twitter? I don't know how reliable this is, but supposedly we're working with Arizona to maybe dump Strawman. Maybe we send Strawman and something somewhere their way, and they take that hit off of us. Now, if we do that, then we're definitely we're going to do that if we're actually looking at signing one of these bigger free agents, I think. Because Strawman at his cost is a little expensive, but in terms of a 6 or 7D, we're good there. I'm seeing a lot of Hornquist here. What do we got? Hornquist is a lot of money. Right. Well, that's this thing, right? Robin stepping on my nuts. When Hornquist does what he's supposed to do, And we don't have a lot of shoot first guys. The only real shoot first guys we have are Vetrano, and he's, very, very streaky. He doesn't hit the net enough. That's the problem. So you got Hornqvist in front making a ruckus. It doesn't do anybody any good if Vetrano shoots it high and wide. And then nothing happened. Hornqvist is too slow to go catch the puck behind the net, and it's usually around and then out. So that's not a good combination. And you're not going to put him in the top 6. He's not that kind of player again. So he's a very expensive third liner, and we don't have complementary players for him. So he's kind of out of place, and he's got a movable contract. So to me, I as much as I like the guy and I know that, he doesn't hurt us, how many more years is his deal? How many more years is Hornqvist is somebody look that up. Somebody look that up. Here's one bad Steve. Steve, you're still spelling it wrong, man. Come on. I thought you were in the military. Aren't you an officer? Didn't you go to college? Come on, man. Spell it right. Or fix your auto spell. Huh? Yesterday, two more years of Hornqvist. Okay. Yesterday I said Drieger, and my auto spell, and it literally sent this. It sent UIEGER when I said Drieger. I don't know, man. Something's wrong with Google. That's for damn sure. And I can see I'm gonna have to fix this. Is the light, because I have a video light over there. Now, if I move here, I guess if I move here, it blocks that light, right? So we'll do that. Because from what it was looking, do you guys seeing right here how the light is bouncing off of that frame? I'm gonna block it with my head. All right, let's see here. Wes, mock trades, Strawman, Hornqvist. Oh, geez. Wait. Let me think about this. Hold on a second. That looked like a lot, but then let's think about this, Wes. Strawman, Hornqvist, 22 first, lottery protected, and a second this year for Connor. Well, I don't want to give an immediate reaction to that, but that's not – you're like the third or fourth people to bring up Connor Garland. It looks like a lot to give up, but it really isn't, because we're clearing out all that salary. So they're taking all that salary. We're giving them a couple picks, and we get, I'm in. Wes, I'm in. Make that happen. Make the calls, dude. Make it happen. I'm in with that. Absolutely. According to Ask Coach Samuelson. What? We're working on why would we sign Wenberg? God, don't tell me we're going to sign Wenberg and not sign Bennett. Don't let that happen, please. Somebody, I'll just burn it down now. I just burn it down now. If we're going to re-sign Wenberg and not Bennett. Why would we sign Wenberg? We got Lundell coming up. That makes no sense. I mean, I know that's what you're hearing, but why? All right, let's see here. Garland, that's a good trade, Wes. That's a good trade. Yeah, Wenberg. Why would we sign Wenberg? Right, he had a couple of good games, and then, I didn't skip your comment, Steve. Steve. Okay, hold on. Time out, Steve. First of all, I responded to you on Twitter. You misspelled breaks. Then up here, you misspelled breaks, and I called you out on it, asking, aren't you supposed to be in the military? Didn't you go to college? Aren't you an officer? And you're still saying, I missed your comment. I didn't miss your comment. Fix your ears, man. As you get older, the ears, they never stop growing. Your ears and your nose never stop growing. All right, Steve? Just so you're aware of that. But I hit your comment, bro. I did. Hit the rewind button, okay? Get the VHS recorder out, hit the rewind button, and replay it, and you'll see I hit your thing. Quit skipping the chat. All right. All right, you want me to scroll all the way back up to the top, huh? All right, I'm not going to scroll all the way back up to the top. I was answering Chris. I was answering Steve. Yeah, I've been talking about the chat. What are we talking about? All right, come on. All right. We have 2 picks in the first 3 rounds. Yeah, I'm good with that Garland trade, man. No gasolina, no brecos. Okay. Steve, it's still, that's not how you spell brakes. It's BRAKES. Those are car brakes. Gas and brakes go together. Will somebody please help Steve spell? Stu, how you doing, buddy? All right, let's see. You might not like this, but clear both horny. Yeah. Thank you, Eric. Thank you. He's not getting it. Steve is just not getting it. Yeah, Stu, Wes up above had a really good trade idea for Wes for Connor Garland. Not sure if it'll work or not. But what was it? It was Strawman and Hornquist and a 1 and a 2 for Garland. Hey, One Bag Steve. Thank you. One Bag Steve is my first ever super chat. All right. It's a joke. All right. Thanks, man. Steve, I really appreciate that, man. You popped my cherry. You absolutely popped my cherry. And I know that's going to be it, man. I'm going to be putting that in a video at some place. I'm going to have, in fact, I'm going to get a puppet. I'm going to get a little car hand puppet just for you, Steve, and name them Brakes and spell it wrong. Yeah, Stu. Hey, Rosato, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, Stu, if you scroll up just a little bit, is a really good trade by Wes. No more puppets. Flip table. Oh, that's funny. No, there's gonna be more cereal boxes. I gotta find one for Yandel too. What's the price? Hey Tim, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, call them Jets. Good idea, bud. All right, what's the price in years for Yandel or for Barkov? I just said Yandel. Jesus. For me, this is early in the morning. All right, Barkov. How old is he? He's 28, right? So maybe 6 times 10? 6 times 10, right? What do you guys think about that? I mean, when I had done the research earlier on in the year, somebody had asked a question, I think on one of the videos, and I tried to look at it. 10 was the number we kind of came to an accord about. Barkov is 25, so then maybe 7 times 10. Yeah, I'm not into giving guys that are going to be 34, 35, right? The 8, 9, 10 year, $1 million, because they always end up either bought out or, overpaid. Now, Barkov, young, I mean, maybe you could stretch it to 8, but that's about it. That is about it, right? Yeah, so Barkov's 25, man. He's been here forever already, right? All right, let's see. I don't want to miss anybody. Yeah, Yandel is living in the head rent-free. That is for sure, man. 1 year, so the contract is up by the time we need. Yeah. Wes, yeah, we're going to have to do some 1-year deals unless we clear out a lot more room, because this year we're good, but next year it's going to be funky. We're going to have to clear out. I don't see how we're going to have signed anybody substantial this year for more than a year without getting rid of Strawman and Hornquist. The money's got to go somewhere. All right, Jack Kaiser, thanks for coming out. But I was born and raised in Miami. I could walk to Joe Robbie Stadium. I don't live there anymore because I have a St. Bernard. So I live on the eastern shore of Maryland, right off the bay, the river. I could roller skate to the river in about 2 minutes. So I'm all surrounded by water, and it's supposed to be cool temperatures, but 2 weeks in July every year, we're hotter than anybody else because basically we're in the middle, we're in the middle of nowhere. But no, so I don't live in South Florida, but all my friends are down there. My family's down there, and I've kept up with pretty much everything going on down there. All right, let's see. Why don't we just buy out Bob? Chris, go go look at the Bob buyout calculator. Don't do it with food in your mouth or even in your stomach because it's liable to come up. I read an article on it a couple months ago, and they described it as easily the worst buyout ever in NHL history. But go check it out for yourself. It's It's incredible. I never seen anything like it. I don't think we can. Yeah. What? 900,000 8 years for Barkov. I'm good. I'm good for that. Yeah, Hubie's 28. That's the one that by the time we go to sign him to another contract, he could be just about 30. Dude gonna be 30. And yeah, that's you don't give out, are you gonna give a 30-year-old a 7 times 9 contract? What are we gonna do? That is gonna be he's played for a bargain for a few years now, you know what I mean? But that's gonna be real. He's going to really have to want to stay. He's going to really want to have to stay and give that hometown discount. You know what I mean? Chris, let me know when you come back from checking out the Bob buyout, man. It might kill you. It might kill you. You might just pass right out, dude. Here we go, Steve. Barkov for a 6th rounder and a prospect. What if they'll throw in Seth Griffith? I'm good. Let's see. Tim Black. Next year we have plenty of space. Right. Yeah, right. I hear what you're saying. The Strawman one is done. So that 5, that will, right. But remember, that's also the first year of Barkov's new contract. Here's how we're going to have to play it. This is just my opinion, but when I brought this up in the video, a few people kind of thought it was a decent idea. We're going to have to play a little bit of Russian roulette with Huberdeau because he's got 2 more years, right? So in the last year of his contract, that's when the big Yandel hit is. Now, if we sign some other big guy, $5-7 million, to a multi-year contract, we're not going to be able to sign Huberdeau until after the Yandel hit comes off the books, when Huberdeau technically hits free agency. So you got to go to him and get basically a handshake deal in place. So, and he'll know that, look, the year ends, and as soon as the league year ends, technically the Yandel hit comes off the books, we can sign Huberdeau and keep on going like nothing's happened. That's the only way we can sign anybody now really to a big long-term deal, because there's going to be this crossover there, and it's maybe Zito already has that part figured out, obviously. But, I mean, there's room there, but not a lot. It's just not a lot. All right, let's see. Your wife is from Maryland. Hey, Frank, thanks for coming out, buddy. Yeah, Steve, is your wife a Jets fan? Well, only thing worse than a Jets fan is a Ravens fan. So be careful with your answer there. How much would I pay for Verhaeghe? Wes says, boy, he's so cheap right now. I think he's making $1 million right now. That's another tough question. How long is Verhaeghe's contract? This is what I'm talking about. Even if you're only looking at giving him 3 or 4, that starts to add up when you've got dead cat. So how is this? How many years does he have? Does he have 1 more year? I think he's got 1 more year. He might be a free agent next season. But yeah, I mean, if he has another year like last year, I mean, you got to figure 3, 4, something like that, right? I mean, for a guy that's going to be on your top line, if you're going to be playing with Barkov, I mean, he's making 1 now, so 3 might be a nice big fat raise for him. He may not be thinking he's going to get, a huge deal. But again, all that little money starts to add up. And don't forget, once Owen Tippett blows up, he's going to be getting 12, 14 million, man. That's going to trigger Stu. All right, let's see. Look at Chris. You just saw the Bob buyout stats. I told you to be careful. And somehow it gets worse as it goes. It's unbelievable. I looked at it once and I'm like, nope. That's why when you hear me talking, we're going to have to eat half of the salary. That's why, because nobody could ever buy out that kind. It's just terrible. It's just brutal. All right, I don't want to miss too much here. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying to keep up. All right, give me a second here, guys. I'm doing the best I can. Unless I just touch on everybody's comment with like a half a second. All right, she doesn't like sports. She claims the Ravens. All right. Damien, thanks for coming out. Do I think I'm getting Tarasenko and Landeskog? Maybe Landeskog. I don't think Tarasenko. I don't think so. Maybe Landeskog. I think he's a better fit, but the money. If we get rid of Strawman, then we know something's up. If we clear out Strawman's money and we give up a player, and so we don't have to hold salary, then we know something's up, probably with one of those two guys. All right, let's see. 5 years, $9 million. Yeah, that's about right, Wes. That is right about right. 5 times 9. Hey, Nearful, thanks for coming out, bud. Oh, here we go, Steve. I'm trying, bud. I'm getting there. Did I miss one up top? All right, I'm gonna just give me a second because I don't want to. I'm trying not to miss what everybody's saying here. Okay, let's scroll to the bottom. On the bottom, I'm going to scroll back up real quick. Hey, Pouncing Pucks, thanks for coming out. Just so you know, I'm a Jets fan. They aren't as bad as you think. No, they're not that bad. They're not that bad. But as a Dolphin fan, they're terrible. They're the worst ever, man. Every year they would ruin Marino's 5 touchdown pass days by scoring freaking 55 points, man. All right, let's see. Jaws, fix your chat, but I think you're fucking with me, man. I think you're messing with me. What am I missing, man? All right, let's see. Like 90 comments behind. All right, so either I think you guys are screwing with me here. Seriously, I can't answer every single comment, right? Tim, that would be nice if we actually got something in reply and in return for Drieger. Right, Nearful, yeah, we got to sign Uyghur to a big contract too, as well, right? Absolutely. I'm not even gonna look at the Spencer Knight trade. I'm not even doing that. Yes, Steve, I know you actually. I know you do. Even with the puppets now, even Steve watches the puppets now. Will we trade Walmart at the deadline? Is he still on the team? Is he still on the team? LeBron, thanks for coming out. Yeah, Bob is I'm going to get working on that video this week, guys. I got a little bit behind because I didn't expect to be monetized so fast. I wanted to have this wall good to go and ready. So that took me an extra minute, but I gotta get that video going about what Bob was when he beat the crap out of Tampa and what Bob is now. All right, guys. Either okay, I'm very behind. You guys have got to be all right. I'm going to tell you guys right now. Here's I'm on the bottom of my chat, so just hear me out. Just time out, okay? Because honestly, I can't tell if you're screwing with me or not. The last comment I see right now is Tim Black just said the list is tonight. Now, if there's more after that, YouTube is not showing it to me. So let's just give me a second right there, because if there's more after that, you guys are saying I'm missing, I'm not seeing it. I'm at the bottom of the chat. So I'm going to come right up here. Okay, I'm going to go right here to where Bud the Monkey says Seattle can't take Tippett. Exactly, because we don't have to protect them. Okay, so that's where I'm at. If I missed anything, I apologize. I'm an old guy. Steve says I should wear my glasses. Will my glasses help? Let's see. All right, you guys want me to do it like this? All right, so are there any prospects in the system that will be ready next season? Well, Lundell's supposed to be coming up and be a big deal. Deanna Senko maybe, and Hippo Niemi, right? I think those are the three guys. Now, I don't think all three are going to make the team. I anticipate Lundell making it, although hearing that we're working on an extension for Wenberg. The only reason to extend Wenberg is to put him at 4C because Seattle took Achari. So that's scary, all right? You can't tell me that with Lundell coming up, they're looking at putting why? No, makes no sense. All right. Let me see here. All right, Pouncing Pucks. I read that one. If Seattle takes Vetrano, replace Vetrano with Danisenko, 100%, bud. Absolutely. That's another guy that we got to pay, right? That's another guy, okay? And if Lundell comes in and does well, and Vetrano, look, he got 18 goals last year, shortened season. So extrapolate that out to 23, 25 goals. He's going to want to get paid. He ain't getting paid. He ain't getting money from us. So, we can't keep everybody. All right, let's see. Connor Garland would be better than Landeskog and Tarasenko on the first line. It would only cost $5 or $6 million. Yeah, Nerful, I know. A lot of people have talked about that. Up above in the chat, Wes had a really good idea for a trade for Connor Garland, and it was something to the tune of Strawman and Hornquist for Garland, and we throw in a 1 and a 2. It's a little pricey, but we clear out all that cap, right? We're paying for more than just Garland. So I hear his name bannered about a lot of places. I'm good with that. Tim Black, yeah, you feel Achari is gone. That would not be optimal, right? That would definitely not be optimal. And Stu says stick to hockey. I've lost complete control of this group. That's it. All right, let's see. You wasn't alive when Marino was playing, but I know about those 5 TD. Right. Yes. Ken O'Brien and Wesley Walker can kiss my ass. They ruined many a Sunday afternoon for me. Oh, God, man. There's nothing worse than losing the 1 o'clock game, and then everybody's out in the street in the afternoon playing football, and you just lost. Even though, you're a kid and you're playing, everybody's just like, that sucks, man. Freaking Jets. One bad Steve. It's my job to answer every single comment where I work. Oh, shit. I'm flying here. Okay, but I don't buy it. I don't buy that I'm very behind. I think you guys are screwing with me. No, we don't want, okay. Now the whole thing just jumped on me again. How far is that? Jesus. You know what, guys? All right. Hold on a second. Yeah, one bad Steve, timeout. Hold on. You're right. You know what just happened? The chat just like added like 40 comments that they just added 40 at once. So hear me out, man. I'm doing the best I can. I'm like 38 behind. Yeah, I just said that. They just popped up 40 and the boom, just like that. So give me a second. I need a 6-year-old to read out. Oh, man. Yeah, I haven't even said anything I wanted to say. This is just purely for your guys' Saturday entertainment at this point. The butcher might be gone. Geez, no, we can't. That would make no sense. That makes no sense. Just Huberto, Barkov, Bennett. Shit, we signed Duclair. We can't do the 8-1. We just can't. We can't do the 8-1 because then we would expose Verhaeghe because Barkov, Huberto, Bennett, Duclair, we're not going to expose Verhaeghe. They take them. So we have to do, we're losing somebody we don't want to lose. Maybe they take Drieger. Let me tell you something. As bad as we got screwed the last expansion draft, okay, as bad as that was, if all that happens is on Wednesday, if all that happens is we lose Drieger, we are even because we lose in Drieger anyway. So it would be like the draft came and went and nothing happened. So if that happens this time, we're even for Marchessault and Smith last time. I'm calling that right now. Now, what am I, 80 comments behind now because I spoke? I don't need glasses. Damn it, I can see it just fine. Yeah, Tim, there's going to be so much movement. Absolutely, man. How do we get Connor McDavid to leave Edmonton for Florida? Jesus. Send them lots of pictures of bikinis, guys. That'd do it. Yeah, Wenberg at 4th. I don't know why. That's the only reason, Robin. That's the only reason it makes any sense to me for them to be talking about re-signing Wenberg if they think they're going to lose Achari. Because we got Lundell coming in. I mean, you're going to sign Wenberg to be what? A scratch? Doesn't make any sense. And I don't think you're going to maybe they're going to move Lundell to wing for the first year. I don't know. But Q, with the young players, man, you seen how many weeks I had to pitch at them before he listened and put Tippett up top. All right. Damian Guzman, what about Taylor Hall for the Panthers? I think if we were interested, we would have done that in the last offseason. I think there's so many guys that are available right now, and he's a big question mark on whether he's ever going to be what he was or was supposed to be. So I think that would be a last-ditch desperate attempt. All right, let's see. Hall is a curse. How dare I ignore it? Garland is the future. Can we all just appreciate – I'm reading. Can we all just appreciate that Boston's top line, his agent had no depth? Yes, I can appreciate like that. All right, Garlic. Ooh, you don't like how Garland sounds. Okay, there goes the chat again. This is screwing me, guys. I get to the part where when I'm reading and when I scroll and when the last comment that I get to read, when that goes up, it jumps all the way. So then I end up scrolling all the way back down. All right, let's see here. If we get Hall, we get a first overall. That's interesting, right? Did I know? Both Stu, I don't even what? I can't hear you, Stu. Can't hear you. All right. Super behind now, way behind. By the way, Jaws, I have some leftover Panther jerseys, but I'm too poor to ship them over. If you want to come over to Sweden and let you choose. Hey man, I might pay for the shipping. How many? You could probably fit about 4 jerseys in a priority flat rate box, which is only like $70. I'll send you the 7. You pay the E, the 7D. You pay the other part. You pay the 0. I'll pay the 7. George, imagine you doing the chat and acid. Jeez, I got Monster in my fluffy mug. I'm doing the best I can. Tip it for Eichel. All right, nice try. LeBron, I love the fact we're talking about Landeskog and Tarasenko, but we need defense because Gudis, Ekblad. Right. Maybe Jolson is ready. I'm sure he's going to get an opportunity this year. I'm sure he's going to be in camp. But I tell you what, Q pissed me off. I don't trust him when it comes to these the day-to-day management of the team, because when Bennett got suspended and he did the 7D, and he did 7D, and he didn't even put Connaughton out there. And then he didn't put Gusev. We got Gusev. You could have just slotted him up there and cost us game 2. That suspension and the way Q handled it cost us game 2. I'm going to stick to that. Hey, did somebody just hey, One Bad Steve did another one. All right. Well, I'm going to make a living off just a One Bad Steve. I've seen enough. I've seen Panther fans not want Seth Jones. I thought he was a top 5 NHL 10-5. I'm going to slow down and breathe. Y'all got me rushing now. I'm going to read this man's super chat. I've seen Panther fans not want Seth Jones. I thought he was a top 5 to 10 NHL defenseman. I don't really watch other teams. Does he suck or something? This is a beautiful comment, and you guys can answer him. If you go anywhere, Twitter, Facebook, anywhere, dude, you're going to get – Seth Jones brings a reaction like Donald Trump. You're either going to just, love the guy or be completely shunned. I mean, you're either going to hate him or love him and be completely shunned for loving him. There's no in between. I don't know why. But for whatever reason, everybody has really, really strong opinions about the guy. Stu would like him here. I've seen other people that would like him. And then every time I see somebody say, what about Seth Jones? I see somebody come behind it and say, he sucks. He's declined, etc. I don't watch him enough to give an educated opinion other than for whatever reason. It's almost kind of like Gabranson, right? Very similar to the Gabranson thing, and where people either love him or think he completely sucks. There's no in between. But thanks again for the super chat, and I really genuinely appreciate that, man. That's enough gas money for me to go pick up Matthias next week. It's $10 to go pick up my son from his mother's house. It's ridiculous. All right, I know I'm behind. I don't even want to see it. I know I'm behind. I'm gonna catch up. All right. I will stay on until I catch up with everybody's comment. We'll be here till midnight. All right. Oh, geez, Steve. Okay. Yeah, every Panther fan has draft PASD. That's for sure. Yes, near field, perfect. Exactly, perfectly said. Gudis is the worst thing that can happen, and Drieger would be we lose Drieger, nothing happened. Nothing happened. It's like nothing happened, man. It's like what, right? But Gudis, damn, what a hole that would leave. The Gudis thing, I'm totally okay with making a deal with them and be like, just please don't take Gudis. Just please, please, please. Okay? I'm good with, except for Tippett. They can't have Tippett. No. Send them Wenberg. Give them Wenberg for free in exchange. You leave Gudis alone. All right, let's see. I would give away my future daughter to get the NHL to not count the Bob contract towards us if we buy him out. Oh, man. Just, I know. And you would think maybe we could what if, okay, this is going to be all sorts of wrong. So hopefully nobody gets mad at me for this. But what if there was a this is really awful. I just want to preface this by saying this is really, really bad. This is really politically incorrect. But please, I'm just joking, but it's just too good of an idea. What if there was some sort of long haulers COVID waiver and Bob got COVID and he didn't really have the long haulers, but he got COVID. And since his long-term ability was in play, the contract was null and void. How awful is that? I'm not saying I want it to happen, but it's an interesting point though, because what happens if a player gets COVID and then they get like that long haulers? What's the status of their contract? I mean, is it going to be considered like LTIR, where you could put them on like permanent LTIR because the guy can't breathe? I mean, I'm joking, and I don't want him to get COVID, but then I'm thinking about it, and what maybe somebody here knows what actually happens if a guy gets COVID and then they get the residual effects that stay. I don't want him to get COVID. Nobody take it that way. Nobody who's watching the replay, please. I'm not saying that. But now I'm thinking about it. I wonder, eventually it's going to happen. Eventually, a player is going to get it and have the residual effects where they can't play. It's going to happen, right? So I just am curious what the process is there for the NHL. And I'm probably 100 comments behind. I'm just going to 82 comments behind. Oh, at least I'm accurate. What do you guys want me to do? Do you want me to just read the comment and not comment on the comment? Is that am I just a teleprompter? What do you want me to do? Bob for McDavid. All right, I'm going to take a sip. Stepping on my nuts. Drieger is the best goalie we've had since Spencer Knight. I agree. Mr. Vids. Hey, Mr. Vids, man, thanks for coming out. Apparently I'm 100 comments behind. Okay, I think everybody's got bots going. So that, geez, look at the hat. That's dirty as hell. I got to wash my hat. That's terrible. That is just terrible. All right, let's go. Here we go. You think Lundell gets to winger? That would be the only thing, Bud, that makes any sense why we would be looking at re-signing Wenberg. But then that also says, what, Vetrano and Lundell with Wenberg in the middle? All right, and then Lundell proves to be okay. You move him to the side and trade Wenberg. And I guess it's a safety net there in case Lundell's not ready. All right, Robin, let's see. We've got a pro. Wenberg is a great player who's working in the silence, but if Lundell is coming in, then he would need to get pushed down to third or fourth, depending on if we can sign Bennett. There's no if on Bennett. I'm not even acknowledging that we have to re-sign Bennett. First off, we just gave up 2 2s. All right. So it's just not optional. If we're going to re-sign Wenberg, that's either Lundell's moving to wing, or we think we're going to lose Achari, or maybe we're going to put Wenberg on the wing on the fourth line because we're getting rid of Hornquist. right? It depends, I mean, what's he going to make? How much can Wenberg make, right? So, I mean, I guess he's just a depth guy. We'll see. I don't understand it. All right, let's see. I see that, Steve. I'm scrolling back down. See, you guys don't see it. This is how much I've missed. All right. I'm just now getting to the super chat part. Jesus, I'm behind. Holy crap. You guys aren't kidding. All right. But this is good. Everybody's here. I love it. This is fun. Okay. Sutter. Is it Sutter or Suter? You guys are going to type it. I can't hear you. $2 million for 1 year and discount card to Tootsies. Yeah, man. I'm all for taking Sutter. Why can't I forgot how to say the dude's name. I'm all for it, right? But I want him on the bottom pair. I want him. That's how good I want our defense to be. He's on the bottom pair. Stepping on my now, two got blocked. Lundell is living in your apartment building. Wait a minute. Oh, there is a Lundell. I was going to say, if that boy is living in your, go get them jerseys signed, Robin. All right. There goes Stu. Wants Sutter with Sutter. I don't know. Why can't I say, I'm going to call him Sutter. Because with one T, it's Sutter. With two, it's Suter, right? The English language is stupid. Yeah, Stu wants him with Ekblad up top. I want him on the bottom with Navarro. Just a small difference of opinion. Damian Guzman. What about Seth Jones? Well, we had some Seth Jones talk up top. I know, bud. I'm doing the best I can, man. I'm doing the best I can. The thing with Seth Jones, I think there's better guys out there. I think there's better guys out there. Me personally, now I don't have a strong opinion like a lot of people do. I know Stu really wants him. I think that if we don't lose Gudis, just bring in Suter, whatever the hell his name is. Just bring him in and then put him on the bottom, and we're set. That's just what I think. Seth Jones, man, he's such a I don't want the drama. We already got in our drama with like people that didn't like Yandel, which was me, and people that don't like Bob, which is me. But there's other people too. But the thing of it is that if you just ask that question on Twitter, and it will explode into either he sucks or he's great, and there's no in between, and it's just constant arguing. So for that reason, I don't want him, because it's just like it never ends. All right, hold on a second. Let's see. I know I'm behind. I know. Tactical nuke. Thanks for coming out, but with our luck, we'll somehow be able to trade away Bob Ronald just to give him. Jesus. No, please. But no. I don't think we would trade him in division. But then again, we probably would trade him to whoever would take half that contract and wherever he would want to go. He may not want to go to Toronto. We'll see. The Jones cost is too high. Yeah, no. If they take Gudis, should we go Char on a 1 year? Ooh, Carl, thanks for coming out. That's a good question. Anybody seen Chara play lately? I haven't. I mean, if he's even remotely close to what he was, we need a physical presence back there. That's an interesting take. I wouldn't be completely against it. I think I'd rather get Suter. But who knows what his asking price is going to be. The chat is literally scrolling jaws. Scrolling. Is that screwing or scrolling? Huh. Oh, here we go. All right. Let's see. You wanted Jones when he became available. Jones is super overrated. See what I'm saying? Seth Jones is good, but the value for him is too high. He was once, but he's fallen off. You see what I'm saying? There's like no one opinion on Jones. It's either it's interesting. We need and Boca Stu's got he's got it in his mind. We need a left-hand shot. Okay. Yeah, he's like a PK Subban. Exactly. You hated Gudis before he signed with the Panthers. Now I love him. Yeah, I hope we keep him, man. I really hope we keep him. Therefore, you're talking about Jones to be another Yandel contract? Right. Yeah. There'd be more love or hate when it comes to Kane, too. That's for sure. Like a Branson Gudis line. Oh, Jesus. Oh, man. That poor Gabranson, he's been traded more times than Polly Pocket, man. I mean, that poor kid. He went to sleep one day with the Panthers telling him, you know what? He's captain material. And he woke up and he got traded and then traded and then traded. I mean, the poor kid, hopefully he never bought a house. I mean, he's just not that bad. He's good for what he's good for, and he just keeps getting moved around, and I just feel bad for the kid because he's a good guy. You changed your mind on Jones, now the Suter, right. Thanks, Stepan. I appreciate that, buddy. Genuinely, I do. Yeah, it's I made it harder on myself, but now we're going, man. Now we're going. I'm the next step is the day, and this might take a couple of minutes, but the next step is the day I can come on and say I don't have to sell on eBay anymore. Or at least I can stop listing more stuff on eBay because I have like 7,000 items in the store. So it's probably going to get to maybe 15 or 20,000 before I'm making enough money doing this to where I don't have to put more on and I can just let the inventory slip away over time. I've been doing it for almost 22 years. I've been selling on eBay for 22 years just about. I'm ready to do something else. If I got to do 24-hour live streams, I will do that shit. Okay. I am ready to not sell on eBay anymore, man. 22 years is a long ass time. I raised kids. I have my ex. This is how I know I'm missing the chat, but this is, I'm going to say this anyway. I'm going to get to the chat. Don't worry. But this is what listing on eBay is like. This is what selling online with kids is like. When Kyle was younger, before Matthias was born, I would be outside. I'd be packing and shipping and doing all this stuff. And Kyle would be in his room and he would be making an absolute mess because nobody would be able to pay attention to him. And my daughter was an infant at that time. And my ex would be up listing till 2 in the morning. And she would have the baby. She would have my daughter in her shirt like this, right? Okay, she'd put her in the shirt and just up against her chest, and then sometimes breastfeeding, sometimes not. And she'd be sitting there with the baby like this, listing items for sale. That is what we had to do. And I'm about done. I'm about ready to be doing something else. All right, back to the chat. All right. Let's see here. I don't want the chat. I'm trying to go slow so it doesn't jump on me. Hey, I see somebody else. Frank, thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. All right, and this is good. I'm learning how they let me know about the super chat. Well, Suter, Frank, I hear what you're saying. I know Suter is good, but why would we bring in the 36-year-old defenseman if we just got rid of a 34-year-old defenseman? Well, first of all, Suter's still way better than Yandel was. Suter was still a legit top 4 for them. When it first happened and I read their fans' comments, everybody was like, yeah, we saw Parise coming, but with Suter, he was still viable. Everything I saw, they said he was still viable top 4. So he's already getting paid anyway, right? So if you bring a guy who's still a viable top 4 and plop him in and your bottom pair, now you've got something going. So I don't think necessarily the age is really the same thing, and money, right? If he is willing to just take a 1-year, small deal because he just wants to win a cup before he retires, then there's no risk. With Yandel, it was that contract, right? If Yandel was making $2 or $3 million, he would still be on the team. You know what I mean? Well, maybe not. He might have bought him out. He had a movable contract, but the Suter and Yandel, it's not comparable because Yandel, we all saw it the second half of last year. I mean, look, we bitch about him, we complain about him. It's funny and all of that. But for reals, the second half of last year, the dude was done, right? He just is too slow. But according to all the fans that I saw talking about Suter, they were like, man, he's still good. He's still a good player. So I think that's why. I appreciate the super chat, bud. Genuinely. All right, let's get that back up here. Hold on a second. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get my brother. Hey, my chat is frozen up. Okay, now I'm good. All right, let's see. I know I'm behind, guys. I'm gonna get there. I promise I'm gonna get to everything. Okay. All right. Vincent Gerard, thanks for coming out, buddy. Who's going to Seattle? We are all hoping it's Drieger. Everybody's hoping it's Drieger. We're deathly afraid that it could be Vetrano or Achari. Is there anybody else that we're afraid that we're going to lose, guys? Gudis. Yeah, Gudis. Excuse me. Yeah, we're hoping it's Drieger. We really don't want it to be Gudis. And I'm okay with Vetrano or Achari. Not thrilled. But if they take Drieger, we scored a freaking home run. We win the whole offseason right there. If all we lose is Drieger, just we win the offseason. Boom. All right, I'm getting there, guys. I know it. Frank says when a player is not happy when he's playing, he ain't going to be good. Just look at Bennett with Calgary. Yeah, exactly. Absolutely, man. Ah, shit, we lose Gudis. We get Gabranson. That sounds like that couldn't happen, but moving on, I would do it. I would love to see Gabranson come back to be on that bottom pair. I know hockey wise, I understand what that does. But just to watch everybody melt down, that kind of drama, I'm good with. Remember, I started the channel when we traded Gabranson, so that's a special chaos for me. I'm all about that chaos. All right, Mr. Vids, is Hubie at risk of leaving? Well, I don't think so. But here's what I've said. What we need to do is, because we got that Yandel cap hit right in the next year, not this year, but the following year. So, and Huberdeau is still signed throughout that. So what I think we should do is get a handshake deal with Huberdeau and get the numbers and the term already set, so that at the end of next season, not this upcoming one, but the second one, at the end, when the Yandel cap hit comes off the books, then we can sign Huberdeau. Now, technically, he would have hit free agency, but we have a handshake deal. He's good to go. Do I think he's going to leave? I think he really wants to stay. Especially, I mean, if we can re-sign Bennett and he's got the same line mates with Bennett and Tippett, I think that's a really good combination, and he'll be happy and he wants to stay. We need to win a playoff round. I cannot express that enough. Q needs to play whichever freaking goalie is playing the best. And if we're going to want to keep these guys, okay, Huberdeau especially, you don't see Barkov hanging his head that much on the bench, right? I mean, Barkov wants to win, but you don't see him hanging his head like Huberdeau. Huberdeau, we've got to win a round, or that kid might start looking elsewhere. That's what I think. And I see another One Bad Steve, bud, man. All right, let's see. One Bad Steve said, just read the live chat, bro. Oh, okay. It disrupts chat to read a 30-minute-old comment. People can retype the questions. Thoughts on Hubie liking Yandel? All right, hold on a second. Thoughts on Hubie liking Yandel buyout post on Instagram? Fuck the Puppets War flashbacks. All right, so what you're saying is just stay. If what I'm reading, thank you, Steve. If what you guys are telling me is I should just stay at the bottom of the chat at all times, and then just do it that way. All right, okay, I'm gonna try it that way. I'm gonna try to read it and okay, stay at the bottom. All right. If everybody agrees with Steve, that's how I'll handle it from now on. I missed a bunch of stuff. Hey, Carl. Okay. All right. Thank you, Steve. See, I listen. I'm not an old stubborn fuck. Okay. I'm really not. I might be half blind, but I'm malleable. Thank you, Steve. Seriously though. All right. So I'm going to stay at the bottom. All right. I will figure this stuff out. Remember, I only started doing streams like and right when the Panthers made the playoffs. So I'm a virgin here. All right. I know Chikrin, is that how we say it, Vincent? That'd be an interesting pickup. Stu, what do you think about that? Live stream me sleeping will make a lot of money. Yeah, man. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. All right. Tampa's gonna lose a lot, but they need to, right? I mean, I think they're gonna look. Tampa's management, they are somehow going to find a way to get rid of the players that they need to get rid of anyway, and get something coming back from Seattle. They're going to find a way. Their management is ridiculous. As good as Zito is, they've had Zito-like management for like forever now. So, us Panther fans, it's so beautiful to see the team being properly run. When was the last time we had a successful season and then we followed it up with good management during the offseason and could build on that? This is the first time, right? Excuse me, because even back in 96 when we went to the Cup, the offseason was okay. And then 30 games in, we trade away Stu Barnes and Jason Woolley, and we blew it up. So this is legit the first time in our franchise's history where we've had a good year, and we're going to follow it up with not doing stupid stuff. All right, let's see. Is anyone really untouchable, huh? Well, in terms of the Panthers, I mean, I know everybody says Barkov, but to me on the Panthers, if I had to pick one guy that's untouchable, it's Ekblad. Not that I have anything against Barkov, but defensively, for me, but yeah, I mean, nobody's untouchable. I mean, Wayne Gretzky got traded, right? Jeez. All right, let's see. Chris, how did I feel in 2006 yeah, exactly. How did I feel in 2006 when I heard about the Luongo trade? I got to be honest. That was a dark time for me. There was a lot of personal stuff going on, and I was changing what I was doing. That I went to massage school not that long after that, and I kept the eBay business. The eBay business has been there the entire time, but when that all went down, my heart just sunk, because it's just like, why can we not just have what everybody can see is something to build on? Why can we not keep it ever? And then it was just brutal and brutal and brutal. And then, it started to look okay. We won the division. What was it? 12-ish, right? When we won the old Southeast, but you knew that team wasn't sustainable when you had Jose 3 or more at goaltender. And then we were just starting to get rocking and rolling. And then they did the whole summer of Gabranson and Kulikov and that whole analytics thing. And we are still having live streams where we've finally now gotten rid of the last of that. What do you call of that summer of hell? We're done now, right? That's right. Aaron Brown tweeted that out about how with Yandel going, we're finally done with the whole Tom Rowe thing. You know what I mean? We're so yeah. Hey Charles, well, thanks for coming. With Q on the team, you could see Florida offering. God, I can't say that. I'm gonna butcher that name. I'm gonna say that name. Let's just call him Hut. I don't know how to say his name. Jeez, Halmerson. That's terrible. That's brutal. Right, if he doesn't retire. A lot of these players I know from seeing on the highlights and everything, but the names and everything, I'm bad with the names. I'm not gonna lie. That's why I have nicknames. Like when we were talking about, I did the football video and we're talking about Herbert, the quarterback, and I can't get it out. I can get it out sometimes with Herbert, but then I want to call him Bobby Abear, so I'm just calling him the Ice Cream Man because Herbert rhymes with Sherbert. and ice cream is better than sherbet. It's just that's why that's the best I can do with names. All right, I know I'm missing stuff. Tim Black, does management like last year want to stay under $10 million? That is a really good question, Tim. I was kind of surprised last year when we didn't, there was room, right? I mean, we could have brought in Savard. We could have brought in Savard, okay? Let's just be honest, right? We had just lost Ekblad. We could have brought in Savard, and instead we didn't, and Tampa got him, and look what happened. And I'm not saying Savard won them the cup, but the rich get rich, and we could have done something there. Now, in terms of what Zito did do, though, as long as we re-signed Bennett, it was a win. And I would want to know what the hell happened to Gusev? Why he couldn't get a shot in the playoffs? Q gave him a few games, and that was basically it. You know what I mean? Gabriel Cruz. We are losing Drieger. It's confirmed by Pierre LeBrun. Now, let's okay. All right. I tell you what, I want to absolutely believe that. Check Twitter, right? Montour. Oh, there's something's going on. Everybody don't ever mention Tom Rowe again. All right, hold on a second, bud. All right, I'm going to check Twitter. Hold on. I'm doing it. Give me a second. Now I got to have the glasses on. 20 notifications. What the hell is going on? All right, let's go. Let's see. All right, I got a couple. All signs point to the Kraken signing and selecting Chris Drieger as part of the expansion draft process. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Well then, now, hold on a second. Let me get back to the stream. I'm so bad. Okay, so if that happens, the glasses gang. Yep. All glass, no breaks. All right, now, anybody else still nervous? I mean, look, I want to believe that. And he's a legit and everything like that. All signs pointing, though, is, I guess that's about as much as they could say. But dang, are we going to get that lucky? That would be so beautiful. That would be so beautiful. Yep. Everybody, if that happens, everybody get a cigar ready. No, you're not nervous. If we re-sign Yando for 10 times 10. Yeah, but yeah, still have PSD. Right. I'm a little wary of how that's worded as part of the expansion draft process because, are we giving them somebody to take? You know what I mean? And I know that sounds stupid, but that's what happened to us last time, right? So, boy, all right. Yeah, Stu, I see you, man. All right. So let's. This is good. Let's say that's what happens. If that's what's going to happen, then why would we re-sign Alex Wenberg unless it's just to be like a just in case, break the glass just in case? Lundell, right? Frank, bud, thank you, buddy. Hey, yeah, absolutely. So Frank says if we make a splash in the offseason, you send me one of my finest Cuban cigars and you can smoke it on a live stream. Thank you, bud. I really appreciate that. I've never had a cigar in my life. Karen doesn't like them, and I don't even know what my ex would have thought about it. I've never had a cigar in my life. Smoking is bad for you. It's the jewel. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you a story, though, about the cigars. My dad's a real estate agent, Okay. And he was they contacted him. Somebody passed away, and he had to go to this like multi-million-dollar estate mansion home and get it ready to be sold. And he's all by himself. And I was living here in Maryland, and I sell stuff on eBay for a living. Okay, that's the backdrop. I sell stuff on eBay for a living. So about a week after this happened, my dad says, "Yeah, I was pulling stuff out of this millionaire's house, and he must have had 1,000 empty cigar boxes, and they were empty. So I didn't know what to do with them. So he put them out at the curb. And he had a couple left over because there was a few cigars in a couple boxes. And I looked them up, and just the empty boxes. These were significantly expensive cigars. I could have got $30, $40 a box. And he said there were thousands of them, and he just put them out by the road. And that's my dad. That's my dad. Damn it. Okay. So moving on. All right. Let's see. Yeah, I will smoke. Oh, I see now. Stu is aiming for my cigar. All right, let's see. Robin says not confirmed, but Samuelson told Swedish media that we're working on a contract for Wenberg. Right. Jaw is telling war stories from the 1800s. Hey, man, I got good stories. All right, so. Yeah, it's not confirmed, but Samuelson told. I don't know why. I mean, I guess it'd just be a small deal, and he would be a depth piece, or in case Lundell's not ready, right? So, get Bennett signed. I want Sam Bennett signed now. I'm tired of this nervousness. You know what I mean? But if we're just going to lose Drieger, and I'm still going to be nervous. I mean, I know. I'm still going to do the expansion draft live stream, that's for sure, because obviously I'm interested in what goes on the rest of the way. But if all we do is lose Drieger, we just absolutely dodged a huge bullet, and that makes it completely even for that crap that happened a few years ago, man. Absolutely. That would be great. The expansion draft is at 8, right? Yeah, so I'm probably going to start that live stream 7:30, and then we'll go. I'll have my Monster, I'll have my coffee, I'll have a bunch of stuff ready to go, and we'll just have some fun with it. Chris Z, Luongo is more talented than Brodeur and Waugh. Yeah, and he never played. That's a good point, Chris. He never played with the defensive systems. Now, Waugh did a lot on his own, obviously, but still back then, the defense. Luongo never played with the defensive systems, especially that Brodeur did. The Devils, their whole system was just based on protect the goaltender and the whole trap and all of that. And so, not that they weren't great goaltenders, but Luongo, if he would have played on either one of those two teams, he definitely would have had cups in his back pocket. All right, here we go. You think that's what Wenberg's looking for? Is $4 million near full? What's he making now? Jeez. I hope not. All right, let's see. We should trade Sam Bennett to whoever picks up Yandel to get. Oh, geez. Yandel, I wonder. I would assume Yandel's going to go to Boston, but we'll see, right? Frank, yeah, that it seems the way that's worded as part of the expansion draft process. You feel like there's a side deal, like we're going to give them somebody or maybe a pick to only take Drieger, But there was a lot of goaltenders that are going to be available for Seattle, but you gotta figure they want Drieger to be their starter, right? Yandel is going to Splitting Chicklets. That'd be funny. Hey, if Yandel gets his own podcast or gets his own show, I wonder if he'll have me on. I wonder if he'll have me on. Next week, I'm doing a spot with Twisted Wrister Hockey. Yeah, they messaged me. I'm gonna be on his show, so that's cool. But I was thinking that we give him Strawman to take Drieger, but I think that's backwards. I'm thinking that's backward. I don't think, or we grease the wheels for them to take Drieger so that they'll take Strawman. Can we? Well, Strawman's going to be exposed anyway. I don't know. It's something I don't trust it yet, and that's the thing. I don't trust it yet. All right, let's see. LeBron says during the expansion draft live stream, when the Kraken are going to pick from the Panthers, make sure to leave the home and make sure the Kraken pick is Drieger because it worked for Yandel. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'll just have an empty screen, and we'll put Fluffy. We'll just have a camera on Fluffy, right? Yeah, and that's happened to me so many times. And also the same thing happens to me like with the Duclair thing, right? I did the whole video and I did it and I produced it and it's uploading and I'm just getting ready to post it. And I go to Twitter to post it and there's the news about Duclair. So I had time to change the title is all I could change. All right, let me see. Steve, I'm going to get to that in a second. Hold on. Chris says, do I think being in Sunrise hurts the Panthers financially? No, I don't think that they would sell more tickets in Miami. A large part of their fan base. Actually, what hurts them is being so far west. They're north and south wise. They're located pretty good. It's being so far out west. Especially when they move the starts back to 7:00. If anybody lives out east, I mean, I haven't been there in 10 years, but I'm assuming you're taking 595. If you're living out east, you're taking 95 to 595. And when I lived there, 10 years ago? No, it's been a lot longer since I lived there. But anyway, when I lived there, even then 595 would get completely backed up during, 5, 6 o'clock traffic. So I can't imagine. Jaws is a scammer. All right, hold on. Did I answer your question about Hubie hold on a second. One Bad Steve says, did I ever answer the question about Hubie liking Yandel post? I did. Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on a second, Steve. Now, let me see. I'm going to learn this right now, Steve, because I want to see if I can find that super chat on my own. Now, I'm not going to show my own support. Let me see. The window is not popping up. All right. Hold on. Let me find it, Steve. I thought I did, but let me find it. Give me a second, guys. Steve paid the big bucks. I'm looking for it. And now it's gone. It's gone. It won't let me scroll back up. It won't let me do it, bud. All right, so one bag, Steve. This is what I want you to do. You don't have to pay the $10 again. Type the question again, Steve, and I will answer it right now. I hate the troops. Oh, my God. The question was, how do I feel about Hubie liking the post about Yandel? Okay, gotcha. I saw that when it happened. And it could be one of two ways, right? Now, we know that the locker room stuck up for him when Q was going to bench him. We know that happened. Now, we also know that nobody shows more disappointment when we lose than Huberdeau. So the question now becomes, since, as far as I know, no other players like the post, it seems to me like maybe Huberdeau was not one of the ones that went and said, hey, we want Yandel to stay. Is it possible that his emotion in part involves his disappointment that, Yandel is screwing up his possible chances at winning a round, let alone a cup? So I think honestly, if it was a positive thing, if he was just trying to show Yandel support, that more players would have liked it. I think it might be shade. Which is very, very interesting. And if I'll put it this way, if Huberdeau threw shade at Yandel on his way out the door, I'm good with it, because that shows that Huberdeau wants to win and he's not worried about whose contract is what, whose buddy is with what, who's going fishing, although he's the one that went fishing. I think, to me, if that was shade, that I'm good with it. Let me see. Frank, thanks, buddy. Let's see. Who do I think the player was that said he was a bad teammate? Your money was on who? I did not see that. That I didn't see. But my money, I would completely agree with you. Where did they say that, bud? Who and what said that? I hadn't seen that yet. But that's interesting. That's very, very interesting. Wow, I hadn't heard that. But it would be Huberdeau. That would make some sense, since he's the only one that liked that. Gabriel, in terms of Hubie going to Montreal, we need to win a round. I think he knows he's got 2 more years on his deal. We need to win a round. We need to absolutely win a round. Just that hanging of the head 2 years in a row, man. That kind of body language tells you all you need to know. But I think that with getting, if he was the one, Frank, that said who said it, Frank? Who's the one that said that? Was that somebody on Twitter said it? Was it a reporter that said it? Stu says if Seattle does in fact take Drieger, he's going to be their number one. That's why they don't want to let him get away with Zeta. Right. Oh, that's a good point, Stu. That's a damn good point. Right. Yeah, that's a good point. So you never know. If they want Drieger that bad, maybe that's the deal there, where like maybe Seattle will even send us a pick, right? Be very interesting to see what happens. Or we trade the rights. We trade the rights to Drieger to Seattle because they want him to be number one. They're sold on Drieger. They don't want the other guys. They want Drieger. So then they say, well, we still got to take somebody in the expansion draft, and it's Stroman, right? Stroman's only got the 1 year. He's a good decent veteran guy. He's just got the 1 year in the contract, so the money won't kill him, and they get the goalie they want, and we clear out the cap. What about that? All right, let's see. Frank says when the player stuck up for himself, he needs to try harder. He's not a good teammate. Sugar. All right. Yeah, that's got to be Hugh. If that happened when the team stuck up for him, and then he was the one that liked it on Instagram, that's Huberdeau. I love it. I absolutely love it. Very, very good. Thanks, Frank. I was not aware of either one of those things. So that's good to go. At least we still have Bob. Yeah. Imagine making Drieger number one when you could have had poor Steve. Steve, you got things backwards, man. I love you, man. You're a good guy. Did everybody see where'd you post that picture, Steve? The picture where you were your kid. Your kid's really good looking, man. Your wife's got to be smoking hot. Huh? I mean, your kid. That's like a Gerber baby right there. If anybody hasn't seen the picture, I forget where you posted it, or was that on the? That was on the Discord, wasn't it? Yeah. Steve's got an infant son. Good looking dude, man. I don't know where your wife's got to be smoking bikini model hot, man. Jeez, because he didn't get it from you. All right, let's see. Right. Bishop and Mrazek. Well, Nearful, remember that's what Vegas did with defensemen, right? They took extras and then traded away, right? Yeah. I don't know about them taking Bishop, but Mrazek was interesting. They're gonna be loaded, man. Let's see. Carl says Zito will let Barkov walk before he lets Schubert go to Montreal. Right. I understand. Yeah. I don't disagree with that. Stu says we need to win the cup. Yeah, we need to win the cup. But I mean, look, we only going to do so much here, okay? We're winning the cup, like I said yesterday, if Bobrovsky turns back into Bobrovsky, or if Spencer Knight turns into Vasilevsky now. That's when we're winning the cup, right? Because we're going to have to get past Vasilevsky to go win a cup. And the stuff that went on in the regular season with us scoring a bunch of goals on him, you see what happened during the playoffs. And I'm not saying we can't beat Vasilevsky, but right now that dude has got a cheat code, okay? And when Vasilevsky says nobody's scoring, nobody's scoring. It's just he's incredible right now. All right, let's see. Let me get to the bottom here. Carl says, after seeing Price in Montreal this year, Bob's got at least one more good run in him. Oh, man. I don't know. I hear what you're saying about Price, and Price did play pretty damn well, but they got different styles. Price doesn't move around as much as Bobrovsky, and I'm going to get that video out this upcoming week, right, as soon as the expansion draft's over, because the video that I'm seeing so far, Bob is just not moving as quick as he was. And when your whole game is quickness, it goes by quickly. Trigger hates the troops. BR Scully, thanks, bud. Yeah, we just got that a couple minutes ago too. So if that's what happens, it's good news. Now we're wondering if maybe we're gonna work a kind of a deal to maybe get him traded there in exchange for them taking Strawman, because somebody up top had a good point about Seattle maybe a little bit concerned because we could still trade Drieger's rights to another team. So stay tuned. But even if that's all that happens, if we just lose Drieger and nothing else happens, we win the day. We win the day. Absolutely. Stu, yeah, Spencer Knight is our Vasilevsky. Yeah, but is he ready to be Vasilevsky now? You know what I mean? Near full. Now that I'm monetized, there's turn on channel memberships and perks for different tiers during the live streams for people without. Right. Yeah. I'm absolutely going to do that. Near full. It just happened yesterday, so I'm working on that. I wanted to get this wall ready for today. Steve, man, thank you, bud. I appreciate it. Seriously, you can call me Boomer anytime now, man. You're good to go. Thanks for coming, bud. We're getting ready to close up here soon too, so I appreciate it. Near full. Yeah, I'm gonna get to that in the next couple of days. What I want to do is I want to find a way. I don't know if I can do a free tier because I don't want people to have to pay twice. So like if the people on the Patreon, I don't want them to have to pay again for the membership here to the channel. So I got to do all that research and everything and figure that out. But yeah, probably within a week I'll have something like that set up. All right, guys, my voice is getting ready to trash on me, so we're going to get ready to go here in just a couple of minutes. Let's see. Frank says, right, yeah, that's the one. Yeah, winning for Huberdeau. Not that I don't like Barkov, but the more that I see their attitudes, I wish we would have made Huberdeau or Ekblad captain. Really, genuinely. Yeah, BR, no more trades at 3:00. Right, exactly. We can't do anything. You can't sign anybody to a contract. Can't do anything. So It'd be interesting to see if we can get Bennett signed beforehand. But, yeah, the hope is we lose Drieger, and that's the worst thing that happens. Lewis says we're probably going to lose for Toronto. I would near Phil, thanks, but I appreciate it, guys. Tim, yeah, we're up for at least 2 more years. Absolutely agree with that. Lewis, right now, I was thinking we were going to lose for Toronto or Gudis, but apparently Pierre LeBron says it's looking like it's going to be Drieger. So that would be a big, huge win for us. Chris, can Bob return to his old form or his best days behind him? I'm doing a video on that probably over the weekend. I'm doing the expansion draft Wednesday live stream, and then I'm going to be doing a video on that because I'm going back and I'm looking at the film from when he was playing with Columbus and they beat Tampa Bay to where he is now. And so far what I'm seeing is he's not moving as fast. The difference is not huge, but that's his game. So the only way he returns to his form, I think, is if he figures out how to, move like he was. He was moving at lightning speed before, and now it's just a little bit slower, but that adds up over time. So Stu, yeah, I'd be happy. Yeah, by the way, guys, Stu, that reminds me, Raven, thanks for coming out, bud. We're just getting ready to close up. I'll give it a couple more minutes here. Stu reminds me, I just got on Twitter, Billy Lindsay just followed me. So that's cool. I wonder how that came to pass. Drieger's going to shut us out the first game. Oh, man. Yeah, maybe. That wouldn't surprise me, man. But, if anybody's going to know how to beat him, at least he's out of the conference, right? We don't have to, and in a way, we're lucky with the expansion draft, right? You think about that because you think about teams in our division that would have, right? That could have thought, hey, we could sign Drieger as a free agent, and then he's sitting around beating the crap out of us for 10 years, Thanks, Raven. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's still got a few more things I want to put up. But this is better. I'm gonna get something here. What I want to do is I want to build up here, get some more stuff on this table and here in front of me, so that eventually, hopefully by the start of the season, I'll actually be using my regular camera for the live streams and have a little bit of a longer shot. So like maybe I can have a monitor or some other things over here, make it a little bit more interactive. Tim Black, any chance of getting interviews with Goldie or other teams' reps? I'm hoping that this is the season that I have enough cred to do that. I think, to be honest with you, I think the guy I might check out first is Frank Fort, because he's got credibility, but he's really, really accessible. And I know he's not technically the Panthers guy, but this is the year I'm hoping to be able to do that. In the past, I've reached out and kind of gotten ignored, but that was some of my own doing, I guess, because I can tend to be a little bit ornery and not the most friendly guy, right? So maybe in the first couple of years, I might have bitched and complained a little bit too harsh about things, and the credentialed guys kind of want to leave me alone. I don't really know if I might be able to get George Richards to do something with me, but I think I'm going to reach out to Frank Fort. If I can just pick up one guy that's willing to do it, then all bets are off and I could try. Maybe I could get Doug. Maybe Doug and I have just enough of a love-hate relationship that he'd be willing to come on if I promise to be nice. Eli and Tim, this is just for the live stream, so that the wall downstairs is still good. This is a different wall in the same room. So like the Panther flags are still there. I got to take them down. So if you look at it as a square room that way, the door is right there. So I'm on this one, and there's a window right there. So yeah, this is going to be for the live streams. And like if I'm doing any videos where I want to do screen share, you know what I mean? Yeah, and the podcast, everything. So it's not quite built yet, obviously. I got another space here I'm going to be taking care of, and then I'll have it built out a little bit more. But at least now it looks a lot better than just those two flags hanging there. Took me a little bit longer than I kind of wanted to, right? But yeah. Oh, Luongo interview. Boy, if I could get a player. It's a shame we traded Borgstrom because his mother follows me and she actually interacts with me every once in a while on Facebook. So I probably could have gotten him. But this is the year now that I'm monetized and I've calmed down enough to where, I think I'm a little bit more palatable for people. I think that, this is going to be the year where I'm going to try. I'm definitely going to try as the season approaches to get somebody. And then if I can get one, Stu, yeah, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, Raven, I got 4 or 5. I had 4 or 5. Frank gave me a couple. One Bad Steve. I think One Bad Steve is broke now. I think he used his whole monthly budget on me, man. So no, it was good. It really helps and it makes me feel good and it's definitely motivating. And I didn't expect it so fast. They said it would take 30 days to get monetized. And while I was at the river the next day, man, boom, I get this ding. And I seen the thing from YouTube. I'm like, oh, and I'm like, it's glare. I didn't have my glasses on. So I'm like this. And it's like, congratulations. And I'm like, woohoo, 24 hours. So, Stu, I saw that about George. I appreciate that. Yeah, that would be good. Hopefully, hopefully I haven't burnt my bridges permanently in my younger days. According to Cap Friendly, Gabranson be a UFA. His last contract. Gabranson was getting $4 million a year. Jeez. I don't think so. Let's put it this way. Now, if we're losing Drieger, let's look at what we got. We got Ekblad, Weegar, Forsling, and Gudas. If that's your top 4, how about a bottom pair of Suter with Gabranson? Huh? What? Huh? No? Maybe? I don't know. That would be fun. What does Gabranson have left in the tank, though? The poor guy just got moved all over the place so many times. Is he a viable – hey, Mike, how you doing, buddy? Thanks for coming out, man. Carl, yeah, if we lose Gudas, we got to do something. There's no doubt we have to do something if we lose Gudas. But it's looking like it's going to be Drieger. Pierre LeBron tweeted out that it's looking like it's going to be Drieger. So that would be really, really well. Yeah, I doubt that Zito wants Gabranson, but right. And well, none of our on the bottom. Yeah, for sure. So that's what I mean. Like, Frank, if our top 4 is set, Raven, no, we can't because he's got the no move clause. So we have to protect him. You know what I mean? So, yeah, no, there's nothing we could do. The only way that we could have unprotected Bob is if he waived his clause. And the only reason to do that would be, technically, we could have made it tougher on Seattle, right? Bob could have waived his no move clause, and we could have protected Drieger and made them pay for Drieger. I mean, that's if we want to be greedy, but technically we could have done that. But he's got a no move, so we have to protect him. Not much going on at work, Mike. Yeah, well, you deserve a break, man, right? For a while there, you were working all day, every day, man. Don't sleep on the Red Wings. Yeah, I know, Chris. I've heard that from a couple of places, but I don't know about with this division, man. I mean, Look, 5 teams. There's 5 teams that made the playoffs, right? And one of the teams that you would kind of not expect to make the playoffs in that division made the finals in Montreal. So, I mean, right off the bat, Florida, Tampa, they're making the playoffs. Then you still got to deal with Toronto, okay? Don't know what Boston's situation is going to be. So, I mean, that and then Montreal, right? So, the Red Wings, they could be better, but that division, our division is so top heavy. If you count us, right? It's going to be hard. One of those teams, either Boston or Toronto, would absolutely have to fail and fall. You know what I mean? That's true. The Red Wings will be a little bit better, right? No, Mike, that's a good point. That's a good point. I saw that yesterday. I forgot to mention that. Yeah, Stu, that's exactly right. Don't assume that. Right. The thing with we got PTSD, right? Absolutely. Don't assume it's done. When the pick is in and it's Drieger, right? Unless we trade Drieger and then they're going to take Strawman. I'm good with that deal. I don't see why Seattle wouldn't want that deal. It's a good deal. It sounds good to me. We give you Drieger, trade him your rights right now for future considerations. And the future considerations is remove Strawman's cap hit from the team. All right, guys. I'm gonna get ready to close it up in 90 minutes. The voice is gone on me. I really appreciate everybody coming out. I appreciate all the super chats. This was really, really good. This was really a busy one, and I'm glad the news dropped about Drieger, even though it's still, but LeBron usually, if one of those guys tweets it out, it's pretty solid, but not guaranteed yet. Not guaranteed yet. He's still saying he's hearing, right? So now pouncing pucks. Thank you, Carl, man. I appreciate it. Pouncing pucks. Seattle taking Drieger is official. Is that just from LeBron's tweet? Or did something else come out? Thanks, Robin. I appreciate that. That's the last thing, pouncing pucks. Last thing we'll talk about. Is that from LeBron's tweet, or did something else just come out? And I'll wait for your answer. But that's still good news either way. It's still good news either way, man. Because Bleacher Report, and they use the LeBron tweet. All right, LeBron. I call him LeBron, but it's LeBron. All right, that's good news. There's good news all the way around. If that holds and that sticks, we win. We win the expansion draft. Right. Stu, I hear you. Believe me, my guard is still a little bit up. But like I said, last thing I'll say, if that's all we lose, we win the expansion draft. It's just a beautiful thing. We lose a guy we can't keep, and we were going to lose anyway. And we will be the envy of the league this time instead of the whooping boy of the league like last time. All right, guys. I appreciate it. Appreciate it so much. And I'll probably have a video out tomorrow. I might make something about the whole Drieger thing later on today once my voice recoups. And I will see you guys. I'll have another live. We got the live stream coming up Wednesday. We'll do it. I think we'll start at a half hour before the thing starts because I want to go after the draft. So we'll start it at 7:30 on expansion draft day, and then we'll just go until I can't breathe anymore. All right. All right, guys. Thanks. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. We'll see you.